The Philadelphia Phillies get swept by the New York Mets last night. Their 10th straight loss at Citi Field. They're 6-24 in their last 30 at Citi Field. And I want to turn things right over to Ricky Bottalico. Ricky?
Yeah.
Have at him, my friend.
That was ugly. I understand you're facing a good pitcher. Okay, this guy, this Nolan McLean, reminded me a little bit of a guy named Jacob deGrom when he used to pitch. And I'm not talking about velocity-wise. I'm talking about movement-wise. He was really good. There's no doubt about that. But if I hear from Rob Thompson one more time saying, we got beat by a really, really good pitcher out there, and, he was really good, and he was as advertised, I don't care anymore. You know what? If you used it once in a while, I think we could deal with that, but I think we use it a little bit too much right now. And what I saw is an anemic offense, and from point A to point Z. You look up and down the lineup. Trey Turner, right from the get-go, didn't look good. Schwarber was 0 for 4 again in this game. Harper did have a base hit. It was just one of those things where the offense was anemic. The one time they did have an opportunity to score, they go 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. I mean, this is a horrible, horrible series for the Phillies. It's not the end of the world. I will say that, but I am reacting to this whole series. That was one of the worst series I've seen this particular team play in a long, long period of time. They were in one game in the series. The rest of them, they were out. And for the most part, the pitching wasn't good. The hitting was horrible with runners in scoring position. And quite frankly, you let the Mets sneak their ratty little ways right back into this thing. And to me, this was annoying. More than anything else, I am annoyed, not happy with certain things that happen. Do I think they could turn it around? Yes. But the reaction to this series cannot be good from anybody.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. And look, we will break down what happened in the series. We will look at where things went wrong. We'll look forward to the Atlanta Braves series. But I want to get something off my chest here because I've been relatively positive about this Phillies team. But I'm starting to come to a realization here that your Phillies fandom is like being in a toxic relationship. Being a Phillies fan right now is like dating that girl you know is bad for you, but you just can't walk away from it. She's gorgeous. She's fun. She makes you feel like a king when things are good. She'll take you out. She laughs at your dumb jokes. She makes you believe, this is the one. This is forever. And then out of nowhere, she's blowing up your phone at 2 a.m. She's crying about some nonsense. She's leaving you standing there like an idiot, wondering why you keep putting yourself through this. And that's exactly what this team does. 1 week, they're sweeping the Mariners. They're hitting bombs. They're looking like the best team in baseball. I'm telling my buddies, bro, I think I finally found the one. She's changed, man. She's serious this time. And then the next week, they go to New York. They drop their 10th straight in that stadium. And I'm left sitting on my couch like a clown, staring at the screen thinking, how the hell did I fall for it again? And it's the same cycle every single time. They give you just enough to suck you back in. A walk-off homer, a pitching gem, a big sweep, and then suddenly you're planning the wedding. And then, boom, they rip your heart out, and they leave you embarrassed in front of everybody you know. And I'm not even sure this is love anymore. It is straight-up manipulation, Ricky Bo. This team gaslights us. Man, I almost cursed in there. Gaslights us like crazy. Oh, no, babe, we're fine. We're totally different this year. And then 2 weeks later, you're the one apologizing for ever believing in them in the first place. But here's the truth. And this is the saddest reality of them all. I'm not leaving. None of us are leaving because we're all stuck in this toxic relationship with the Phillies because deep down we kind of love it. Because the highs, they're the best things in the world. And the lows, well, that's just the price we pay for loving the wrong girl. And that's how I feel with this Philadelphia Phillies team. I love them, but maybe they're the wrong girl, and I don't see things changing, and that's the saddest reality, Ricky.
I think what we've run into here, Bill, and that was pretty impressive, to be honest with you. I think what we've run into here is this is exactly what the fan base fears. Them going off on the Seattle Mariners and then the Mets going off on the Phillies. This is what we fear. This is what we almost expect from this team now. We expect, you know what? When you're in that relationship, Bill, you know there's going to be ups and downs. When you're in the Phillies relationship, you're tired of the ups and downs. And I think we've gotten to a point now where we've actually defined what the ups and downs are of the Phillies. And it's runners in scoring position goes haywire, and they suck, and they can't hit, and this and that. And then you get a series like against the Mariners, where that's all they do is hit. Rake the ball all over the ballpark. And it's always nice when they come back to the cozy confines. And I really believe that might have something to do with this. I look at Citizens Bank Park as that security blanket, as that blanket that you throw on you and you always feel warm and cozy inside when you get there. But the other thing about it is, you know that it gives you gifts. You know that if you hit a fly ball, it might go out of the ballpark. You do that at Citi Field, you know what happens? You're walking back to the dugout. And if I see these jerks on Twitter one more time say, hey, that's gone in 10 ballparks, you know what? I don't care. If you're at that ballpark and it doesn't go out, you know what it is, Bill?
It's an out.
It's an out.
It is an out. Well, and here's how I feel on this whole situation, too, when it comes to Rob Thompson. And you said to start the show, you're tired of hearing, oh, well, we ran into a good pitcher. Because guess what? You're going to face good pitchers in October. And I have been leaning a little bit more positive because I want this team to succeed.
They're going
I want them to win.
I still think they are going to. I think there's some kind of mental block with the Mets right now.
Well, look, the positive is you talk about coming back home to Citizens Bank Park. 17 of their last 29 games are at the park. But I'm not so sure I love the messaging after this series. Like, we all felt it as fans. You felt like your heart was crushed every single game watching the Mets beat you 13-3 in game one. And then you battle back, but yet Duran gives up the run in the ninth in game two. And then you lose 6-0 in game three. And all of us are screaming, come on, show some emotion. And after the game, Rob Thompson was asked, well, what does a series like this do for your team? This was Rob Thompson.
We've got an experienced group. I don't think it does much. I mean, we know that we need to play better. It's one of those series. We just got to flush it, move on.
Oh, I hate that comment, too.
I hate it, Ricky. I hate it. Listen, I understand it's just baseball. On Monday, I guess it was Monday. When did they have their first game, 13-3? It was Tuesday.
Yeah.
Monday night.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No, what's today? Thursday.
Today's
yeah, Monday,
Thursday.
Tuesday,
Yes.
Wednesday.
Okay. My days are running together. On Tuesday, I came in here, and I told our listeners, I'm not going to overreact to one game. It's just baseball. And I said that, and I got to live with what I said. And then game two happens, and they lose again. And then game three happens last night where they get beat 6-0. I no longer want to hear that, you just got to flush it. You just got to flush it, because I'm not saying it's just one game. You got to show emotion. The season's not over. I understand that. But I do think we need a little bit of fire, Rob. I do think we need a little bit of emotion from you, Rob. It can't just be, well, we got a veteran group. Everything's going to be all right. I can't do that anymore.